Hello everybody and welcome to another Marvel Legends review. In today's video we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Avengers Infinity War Series 1 Captain America from the Build-A-Figure Thanos wave. I have very mixed opinions on this figure, but I'll cover those once we get him out of the packaging. On the side there we have Chris Evans in a very kind of heroic running pose there. On the back, we have him fists up with other figures in the wave and a very brief bio. And here we have him out of his plastic prison. This is by far, in my opinion, the best sculpt for a Captain America figure that Hasbro have given us. Don't get me wrong, Wolf Captain America had a really great body and torso on him, but this is very close to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in terms of uniform and that kind of look and gritty feel to it. But at the same time, why can they not get the Chris Evans head sculpt right? They finally managed to get a decent Chris Hemsworth sculpt. The Chris Pratt sculpt has got a lot better than what it used to be, but Chris Evans still, he kind of leaps and bounds away from looking like it should. In fact, I think some of the earlier Fantastic Four sculpts resembled Chris Evans slightly more than what this does, but it's definitely a very good Steve Rogers. And why are they calling him Captain America still? Surely he is now Steve Rogers. The government have kind of stripped his captain symbol away from him, so surely we should be calling him Steve Rogers now. But anyway, he's a very good looking figure. I want him to go in my Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I just don't think that that head sculpt really warrants it yet. The torso and everything is spot on, but it's still a very kind of cartoony-esque vibe to that sculpt. It's just, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but it's definitely not a good Chris Evans likeness. There we go, just taking a closer look. The torso and everything, that's fantastic. The detailing on him is incredibly well done. Now, it's not without its faults. Obviously, the sleeves aren't rolled up, it's sculpted detail, and then they've painted the forearms on. Now, the forearms are a different shade to what we get with the head and neck, implying that he's got a trucker's tan. He's been having his arms hanging out of the windows, catching up on the tan there. It's a bit of an orangey twinge to that. I love the quiff they've got going on, but the face sculpt, it's just not quite there. I mean, as far as sculpts go, it's done well. The eyes are painted exceptionally well. He kind of stares directly into your soul there. Really good paint applications on the stubble. The hair is a good sculpt, although it's not really what Chris Evans has in the movie. He has that long, flowing, swept back hair. So I don't really know if they were trying to give us a movie likeness here or not, but if they were, they definitely failed. But I mean, the uniform and the torso, that's done exceptionally well. Love the paint applications throughout the whole figure. Really nice stocky feel to him. He feels very muscular. I love that new vibranium shield that he's got, bringing the captain into the 21st century. Now, accessory wise, we get two closed fists. These are way more in keeping with the flesh tone used in the face, but unfortunately, I'll show you when we put these on. When you do place these into position, then the skin tone on the arms just becomes even more glaringly obvious that it's the incorrect tone used. And of course, being part of the Build-A-Figure wave, we get the Thanos head. A slight mark there on the side of the temple where the seam is. But all in all, that's a pretty darn good sculpt. I would have liked it if the shield could actually split into two and feature on both arms, but I like the gripping handle. When we do have the arm reversed, it does look very natural and very much like what the Marvel Cinematic Universe have offered us. Wow, from what we can see in the trailers anyway, it's kind of like a brushed black over the top. It's nicely painted. The hands can be switched out just by sliding the pegs in and out. Now you can see that that colour difference between his fists and his arms. So definitely several different shades of paint there. I'm assuming that they've kept the kind of blue plastic, I would imagine they've painted over for the brown and the flesh tone. We've got a bit of overspray or underspray, as it may be, on that forearm there, but it's barely noticeable when he's on display. It's only when we have him up close and personal that we can tell those flesh tones. Placing him alongside the Civil War 3-pack Captain America, you can see they do share a lot of the same sculpting around the torso sections, but we've got new arms there and we've got new sculpted parts on those legs, and the colour difference as well on the uniform is far more obvious. You can definitely see the similarities. Again though, the head sculpt that we got with the Civil War, it's much more cartoon inspired than movie inspired in my opinion. And just taking a look at the back of the characters, Infinity War Steve Rogers definitely has more heft to him. And look at the back there, you can see that the actual straps that go across the back of the shoulders, again, those are actually slightly different. So I would actually imagine these are a different sculpt. He actually looks like he's been working out a little bit more and he's filled out his jumpsuit just a little bit more. Unfortunately, if you wanted to switch out the hands for the Civil War cap, you really can't, because these are absolutely tiny on him and you have a much larger peg. Right, now let's cover his articulation. The head can look up that much, down that much, really nice rocking motion there. We can look left and right and we can tilt side to side. The shoulders can come up to the side, all the way down, up and around. We get an upper bicep cut there and we get a double jointed bend on that elbow, but it only really brings it just beyond 90 degrees. We get a rotation on that wrist as well as a pivot inwards and outwards. The torso has a really nice crunch backwards and forwards. We get rotation on that waist. The belt is flexible, so we can move that around. The legs can come out to the front, out to the side, and that far back. Upper thigh cut. Nice double jointed bend on that knee, cut on the boot, and the feet can go forwards and backwards, and they've got that pivot side to side. So it's got more than enough articulation to pull off some nice kind of defensive, more than heroic poses. We've got him facing off against Proxima Midnight here. She's come to take Vision's Mind Stone off him, whilst the Wakandans are trying to do the same. And for a quick scale comparison, here he is alongside Proxima Midnight, Thor, and of course the Marvel Select Thanos. I love how these all tower over him, but yet he's going to put up such a good fight. And yeah, I know it's not exact, but that's not a bad attempt, is it? I don't pose action figures every day, so give me some leeway, I'll get there eventually. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, Marvel Legends Infinity Wars series, Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. Definitely the best of the Captain Americas thus far, in my opinion, but still not quite there. He's going to look exceptionally good displayed with the rest of this wave, but, and I do mean but, they just need to get a really decent Chris Evans head sculpt out there, because, I mean, come on, he's a very handsome looking man. Once again, I'd like to thank Robot Kingdom for making this review possible. I've included a link to my Patreon and to the Marvel Legends playlist at the end of this video. Until next time, from myself and Captain America, thanks for watching. Goodbye.